Hi Sydney. So I'm looking at your file, and the problem is that the triangles are so small. Your artboard is so small. I don't know what happened when you made these artboards, but I think something happened when you did file new and when you were setting up the file. Probably you didn't put the right dimensions in here. It really matters if you put in inches versus points versus pixels. So that was something that was the problem at the very beginning when you set up the file. There were instructions about the size of these. So that's where it went wrong, was the when you made the Illustrator file at the beginning. We were making it for the web, so it needs to be RGB. I noticed your color mode was set to CMYK, and then, but yeah, it was up here. So looking at this size of the artboard, if I go to the artboard tool, and then I can show the rulers by going view and rulers, and so show the rulers. Command or Control R. I can see up here, if I right click and I go to inches, this is 1 inch. So 1 inch is super, super tiny. So that's was the problem here. Most likely, maybe you put in like the wrong dimensions. Right, you put in the wrong thing here. It's probably that you put in pixels instead of inches. That's what happened. So when you made the new file, you put in pixels, and this was 5. So 5, it was 5, right? And then instead of saying inches, you put in pixels. Remember, a pixel is a very small square. So this is, I'm looking if I'm gonna move I can't move the, well, you can't see how far I'm zoomed in, but if I go to view, let's see, overprint preview, no, never mind. Okay, anyway, you could see how far here it is. See where it says up here, 4,800% zoomed in. That's how zoomed in I am. If this, oh man, and that's why, see, and then your triangle is here. So your triangle is gigantic, ginormous triangle, and it's set to be 5-inch triangle, right? But then your artboard is 5 pixels. So that's the problem. And now I'm at 100%, and then that's how small you worked. And see, the thing with Illustrator is that we don't know how we can't get pixelated when we zoom in like this because we're not working with pixels, we're working with vectors. So you could zoom in and zoom in, or zoom out, and then your file quality is still the same. What I recommend that you do is let's enlarge your artboard and everything to the right actual size. So I'm gonna delete this, and maybe I can zoom in. Okay, let's zoom in. All right. Let's make this artboard, instead of 5 pixels by 5 pixels, let's put 5 inches by 5 inches. Okay, and now we have the right size artboard. It's just going to be a lot bigger, and we're going to have to zoom out. Okay, and then this is our little tiny little thing. So I'm going to select that, and we're going to go to Window, and we're going to transform this, meaning we're going to change the size. And I'm going to say over here, let's constrain it so that it doesn't stretch, and let's put this to 5 inches. Okay, and when you put that in, it should remain the same. Put your rulers on, which means Command or Control R. Put the rulers on, and let's right click on the rulers, and you're going to say inches now. So that's the convention of measurement that we're going to use. There's some weird little thing right here, so I'm just going to delete that thing, and now let's select this again, and I want this, let's say 5 inches. Okay, there we go. Now this is the right size. And it's in the artboard. And now we're going to export this. File, export, export as. This is the monochromatic triangle. Your name is Sydney, right? So put your last name there. And then you're going to export it, and we want it to be RGB. Let's say 72 for now and see how that looks. And then we'll say OK. I'm going to go to my Finder to try to find the file. It's on the desktop. So that looks good. Let me open it up. It looks good. Okay, so that's what you need to do. You need to go in here. Look at it. It's, you know, zoomed into 6,000%. So we're going to zoom it all out. And then we're going to go to the artboard tool. You're going to change this artboard, instead of points, 5 inches by 5 inches. Then we're going to get the move tool. You need to zoom in and to zoom out, it's Command or Control if you're on a PC, plus or minus. Now let's select the tiny little triangle. We're in my transform window. And let's put in 5 inches there. Make sure this is locked so you're not stretching anything out. And there you go, that's the right size, right? And now we are at 50%, which is a reasonable amount to be, there we go. Now we're at 100%. So that's what happened. Now you gotta export it.